Aghori. Throughout history, various paths have been explored to seek God or establish a connection with the divine. Hinduism, being a diverse and inclusive religion, encompasses a wide array of beliefs and practices. The acceptance of different sects and subsects highlights the profound nature of Hinduism, recognized as a mainstream faith in Nepal and around the world. The term Aghori is derived from the Sanskrit word Aghor, signifying the absence of darkness. Aghor represents a natural state of consciousness characterized by freedom from fear and regret. This elevated state transcends ego and fear, fostering a mindset where individuals unburdened by fear refrain from discrimination and harms to others. In Hinduism, there is an acknowledgement that diverse paths exist and individuals are free to explore and follow their unique ways of connecting with the divine. In Hindu society, the majority of sects adhere to established rules and operate in an organized manner when interacting with the broader community. However, the Aghoris diverge from this norm. Sadhus affiliated with the Aghori sect deliberately serve connection with their homes and exhibit a deep mistrust even towards outsiders. The Aghori tradition has a long and ancient history, and while it is associated with certain practices in Nepal, it's important to note that Aghori practices are not exclusive to Nepal and have roots in broader Hindu tradition. The origin of Aghori can be traced back to the 18th century, the period of Baba Kinaram, an ascetic who is believed to live 150 years. Baba Kinaram, who is believed to be an incarnation of Lord Shiva, is the founding father of Aghoris. The Aghori Babas in Nepal, much like their counterparts in other parts of India, are ascetic sadhus who follow the Aghora tradition within the broader spectrum of Hinduism. The Aghori path is known for its unconventional and often controversial practices, including rituals performed in cremation grounds and the consumption of substance generally considered impure or taboo. In Nepal, Aghori practices are often associated with certain cremation grounds, and some Aghori sadhus may be found residing near these areas. They engage in intense spiritual practice, seeking to transcend conventional dualities and attain a state of non-duality. The Aghori tradition emphasizes the oneness of all existence and the transcendence of societal taboos. However, it's crucial to approach the topic with cultural sensitivity and avoid sensationalizing or misrepresenting these practices, as they are deeply rooted in the spiritual and philosophical context of Hinduism. The historical origins of the Aghori traditions are not precisely documented, but it has been a part of Hindu spiritual tradition for centuries. The Aghoris trace their lineage to Lord Dattatreya, a revered figure in Hinduism who is considered a manifestation of the divine trinity, Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva. The Aghoris believe in the unity of all opposites and the realization of the divine in all aspects of life, including what it is conventionally considered impure. In Nepal, as in other regions, the Aghori Babas continue their unique spiritual practices, adhering to their principles of non-duality and transcendence. It's important to approach the understanding of Aghori practice with respect for cultural and religious diversity. The core philosophy of the Aghoris revolves around the idea that spiritual enlightenment and communication with God necessitate a departure from conventional notion of purity. Aghoris are believed to inhabit cremation grounds where they eat amidst burning corpses on sleep. There is a widespread belief that Aghoris, in their pursuit of spiritual growth, engage in unconventional practices such as consuming human flesh, ingesting from skulls, and using marijuana. They intentionally defy conventional norms and morality, viewing their unconventional path as a means to attain supreme consciousness. Aghoris perceive everything as an integral part of God, harboring no hatred or opposition towards any entity. This inclusive perspective extends to their consumption of animal flesh and participation in animal sacrifice as integral components of their worship ritual. Although they may indulge in marijuana use, Aghoris maintain self-discipline even while under its influence. Not seeking material wealth, Aghoris offer prayers for the well-being of all and abstain from giving blessing related to worldly pursuit. Aghoris predominantly worship Shiva, the Hindu god of destruction, and his consort Shakti. Despite the common fear of death, Aghoris embrace the symbolism of death in places like cremation ground, considering it the starting point of their unique way of life. Challenging societal values and ethics, Aghoris are often perceived as living on the fringe of society. Upon the death of an Aghori, fellow Aghoris do not consume the deceased flesh. Typically, the last rites involve either burial or cremation. The Aghori philosophy is rooted in the seeking spiritual enlightenment by transcending societal taboos and embracing the divine in all aspects of life, including death. The status of Aghori is typically conferred upon a Baba when their mind is believed to be free from various worldly and emotional attachment, including feelings like love, hatred, revenge, jealousy, and other common human emotions. Aghori philosophy emphasizes the transcendence of dualities and the realization of divine in all aspects of existence, including those aspects that are traditionally considered impure or taboo. Aghori practitioners aim to overcome societal condition and attachment, seeking a deeper understanding of the self and the universe. Their practice often involves confronting and embracing the darker aspects of existence with the ultimate goal of attaining spiritual enlightenment and union with the divine. Aghoris are known for their meditation and ritual conducted in cremation grounds where they come in direct contact with death and seek to overcome fear and attachment to the physical body. Some Aghoris are known for carrying a skull or kapala and wearing clothing made from the ashes of cremated bodies. These practices symbolize the cycle of life, death, and rebirth. The ultimate goal of Aghori sadhana or spiritual practice is to attain liberation or moksha and realize the oneness of the self with the divine. The lifestyle of Aghori Babas differs significantly from that of other saints, as traditional saints typically refrain from consuming meat and alcohol. In contrast, it is believed that Aghori Babas not only partake in the consumption of meat, but also engage in consumption of human flesh and blood. An individual who embraces the path of becoming an Aghori Baba undergoes teaching that instill an attitude of equality towards everything. This training enables the Aghori Baba to utilize their knowledge for the betterment of society without making distinction based on personal bias. The Aghori Baba conducts a significant portion of the spiritual practice or sadhana while residing in the crematorium. They hold the belief that engaging in spiritual disciplines amidst burning pyres and skeletons during the dark hours of the night yields swift result. It is said that the Aghori Baba focuses on cremation ritual, meditation with dead bodies, and worshipping Lord Shiva in the cremation ground as a part of their sadhana. Aghori sadhus follow unique and intense religious practice, including ritually consuming the remains of human corpse, drinking from human skulls, and using them as eating utensils. They regularly apply the ashes of human corpse to their bodies. Aghoris are devoted followers of God, particularly worshipping Shiva, a tradition that dates back to 5th century. They also revere the feminine goddesses Shakti and Kali. Upon ordination as sadhus, Aghoris undergo a separation from their families with a commitment never to return to their birthplaces. They view family and responsibilities as hindrance to spiritual enlightenment. Aghori sadhus choose to live exclusively in Aryaghat, where Hindus traditionally burn the dead bodies, aiming to detach themselves from happiness and comfort. As part of their religious practice, Aghoris perform animal sacrifice as offering to their goddess Kali. While historical practice included human sacrifice, modern Aghoris limit themselves to animal sacrifice. Aghori sadhus advocate spiritual progress through rigorous meditation, typically undergo the direct guidance of a guru for a minimum of 12 years. They utilize firewood for the fire needed in their rituals. Aghoris adopt a unique approach to clothing, often taking garments from deceased individuals and using them for themselves. Initiating Aghori process involves accepting a guru and faithfully adhering to all the guru's instruction. Human skulls are employed as eating utensils in their rituals. During meditation, Aghoris rub ashes from cremated bodies onto their own bodies. Their religious practice includes the consumption of decaying flesh from dead bodies, emphasizing the transcendence of fear and the senses. This process is regarded as a symbolic means of attaining God. Aghori sadhus pursue a life of nudity as a means to detach themselves from worldly illusion. This choice aims to shield them from experiencing human emotions such as hate, love, jealousy, and pride. Their daily sustenance often involves consuming decaying and leftover food discarded in garbage dumps. Additionally, Aghoris may ingest animal feces and urine as they believe in the omnipresence of God, seeing divinity in all things, including seemingly impure substances. Aghoris seek to transcend conventional distinction between the sacred and the profane, the good and the bad, and personal preferences. They strive for spiritual knowledge and move freely, unconstrained by societal norms, dietary restriction, familial ties, or conventional sleep patterns. Aghoris prefer resting in places associated with cremation, and they use human skull or hair as vessels for consuming food and water. In their practice, Aghoris may also partake in substances like bhang, daturo, and alcohol, setting them apart from mainstream Hindu custom. Thank you.